what we think we need to. The commission, the county commission will decide what we need to use it for. But right now, we'll probably put in a reserve to see what might transpire with this pandemic if it doesn't end soon. Now let's talk a little bit more about the COVID numbers for Marion County, and this is as of yesterday afternoon at 2 o'clock. We had 67 confirmed or probable cases in Marion County. We have had 49 to recover from the virus, and now we show 4 deaths. And we have had 1,693 citizens that have been tested and were negative. Yesterday, we had 6 new cases. We jumped from 61 to 67. 6 cases in one day is our highest spike that we've had since this began back in March. So, sort of wakes you up a little bit when you see that large number for a county our size. We have a lot of people asking questions, who are the 4 deaths? The only one I can tell you for sure was Mr. Jimmy Wigfall in South Pittsburgh. He was our first death. The other 3 deaths, we don't know who they are. We don't know where they actually had it or were probable cases. The state of Tennessee will not tell us. So we're not sure who those 3 are. But at the end of the day, we've had some people lose some loved ones. So, it doesn't make any difference whether it's a confirmed case or probable case. We've had some people lose family members and their loved ones, which is very, very sad. To update you a little bit what the state had, some changes they have made in the past month. The state health department was notifying all the 911 centers across the state of Tennessee where confirmed cases were located in the county. And the reason behind this was to allow the dispatch to tell an officer, an ambulance, or a fire department, you're going to an address that does have a confirmed case to help try to protect their first responders. At the end of May, they ceased sending that information out to the 911 centers. They claim the HIPAA law is the reason. So we had an idea of where the cases were throughout the county. The last week that we received that information, our cases were sort of spread out across the county, not just in one location. So today, we have no idea other than family members or our friends telling about a friend of theirs that might be positive. So sort of puts a hardship on us to know exactly when you're sending your first responders into a home. They could be coming in contact with somebody that has the virus. Also, on June the 12th, the state health department started counting probable cases. So that's inflated the numbers. And my thoughts are, you either have it or don't have it to be counted. I mean, I don't know exactly how they're counting probable cases. And again, like I said a while ago, those 3 deaths that they added to Marion County, can't answer whether they're probable or confirmed, but still, though, we're at a total of 4 deaths according to the state of Tennessee. Until May 14th, our confirmed cases had stayed at 29 for almost 5 weeks. And so we liked about a day or two being at 5 weeks before we had our 30th case, which was great. But they've been on an increase since then, and the increase is growing faster than anyone really wants to see. Here's some numbers that may interest you a little bit, and you can see these on the state health department website. Ages 21 to 30 account for 22% of the cases across the state of Tennessee. 31 to 40 accounts for 20% of the cases. And 41 to 50 accounts for 17% of the cases. The age of 50, 51 to 60, those percentages start to drop. The percentages are lower from 0 to 20. But when you look at those numbers, the death rate starts increasing after age 50, and especially 81 and above, I think has over 200 deaths across the state. So, this is a serious situation. I think one of the reasons we're seeing a spike, more people are out, Restaurants are no longer at 50% capacity. You have a lot of people in close contact. So I think this is one of the big reasons that we're seeing this increase. I know there's a lot of opinions about what to do and what not to do as far as trying to stay healthy. A lot of these opinions come from different doctors. You hear some say you need to wear a mask, some say you don't need to wear a mask. You have the United States Pediatrician Association saying we need to get the kids back in school. Just various information out there that, who's right, who's wrong, we just don't really know. We did flatten our curve back before May 14th. And I think the reason for that was more people were staying at home, of course. We were doing things in a lot safer way than we may be doing today. So, just some reminders. People that have underlying health problems, stay at home as much as possible. But if you are out, wear a mask. It's not mandatory. It's not mandated. But it'd be great if you wore a mask if you were out. I do understand that there has been a rumor circulating the last couple of days that I was going to mandate the mask be worn out in public in Marion County. If you've been watching the news out of Chattanooga, Mayor Burke has been trying to figure out how he can do it in the city of Chattanooga. He is not allowed to, just like we are. We're under the direction of the governor's office and the state health department. So there's no mandate to wear a face mask when you're out, but we would encourage you to wear a mask to not only protect yourself, but to protect the people around you, and to protect your family when you go back home. Continue to practice social distancing. Wash your hands often during the day. They recommend at least 20 seconds each time you wash your hands with soap and water. So hand sanitizer is great if you don't have water, but to wash your hands. But it's more important that you use water and soap than the hand sanitizer. The main thing we need to do, if you're sick, stay home. Don't be out. If you don't feel sick, but you have a temperature, you need to call and arrange to have a test done just to confirm or show that you're negative. So make sure you do that. If you wake up one morning and you feel like you have a temperature and you do, call it and arrange to be tested. You can call the Marion County Health Department. They'll arrange for you to have a test. So be safe and stay at home so you protect your coworkers, you protect your friends. Just encourage you to stay home any type of sickness. Stay home until you find out whether you're a positive or a negative. If you've been around somebody that has tested positive, stay home until you can be tested. This is why the virus has been probably spread, is because we're in contact sometimes with people that are asymptomatic. But if they find out, they go get tested because their work requires it, and they're positive, and they call you and say, "Hey, I've been positive. You need to stay in until you can get tested." But then again, call the health department, and they'll arrange for you to be tested. There is a drive-through site in Dunlap behind the Erlanger emergency room. I think they're open each morning from about 8 to 11 or 9 to 12. Not sure on those hours, but if you want to drive up and do a drive-through test, you can do that. People, please understand, I know there's a lot of different opinions about the COVID-19, and we're not going to get too up into this thing, but it is serious, okay? We've got people that are sick. We've got people that are dying. So let's take it serious. Let's do everything we can to protect ourselves, protect our coworkers, protect our families, and protect our friends. So make sure we do take this serious, and hopefully we get through this very soon. Let me update you on a couple of things that are happening. Of course, the county is still up and running. We opened all our offices back up to normal hours back on May 11th. But just to bring up on some things that are happening and what we've been doing, we continue to recruit new businesses and jobs to the county. We are working on some projects at this time. Have It slowed down for a couple months, but we're seeing some more what they call RFIs, request for information from the state. We've replied back to some of those for companies that are looking for locations to locate their jobs. We're working with some businesses that are looking to locate in Marion County. So, and we like to land to each and every one of these that we're working with, and but we'll take what we can get. As a friend of mine said, we'll take at least 60%, and everybody else can have the rest, the 40% that's left over. But it's still a continuing process, trying to improve our county to provide jobs and new businesses. We are working on our budget for the upcoming year. The Finance Committee will be meeting again next week to put the finishing touches on the budget. Financially, we're in great shape. I want to thank all our other office holders for their work and staying within their budget, as well as the work of the Finance Committee and the County Commission. We're probably one of the strongest financial counties in this area. And it takes everyone in county government working together to make this happen. And I just appreciate the opportunity to work with these folks and trying to keep things going as best we can. But they've done a great job in keeping within their budget and stuff, and we really appreciate their efforts. The great news about the budget, there will be no property tax increase this year. Our rate will stay at $2.16 per $100. So that's great news. We're always worried about when all this COVID stuff started hurting our taxes stuff, but we're able, pretty good fund balance, we're able to keep our tax rate where it's at currently. Sort of update you a little bit. We're doing a lot of things to prepare for the COVID-19 getting reopened. And of course, we've got an election coming up in August. It's August 6th and November 3rd. We have an election coming up. So you're going to see some changes when you go to either early vote or to vote on the day of the election. When you go vote, you're going to receive one of these here. It is a hot dog. Let me get the camera. This is a hot dog wrapper. It has on the front of it, have your ID ready. Inside, there's a pencil, cotton swab, and a I voted sticker. These will be handed to you to use to sign the paperwork you have to sign when you go in to vote. You're to keep the keep the pen, and then the cotton swab thing is used on the voting machine, and you're to take that, or there'll be a trash can to throw that away. So when you get ready to go vote, will be early voting or day of the election. You're going to receive this when you get there. So we've bought 10,000 hot dog wrappers and ink pens and cotton swabs, and we'll have to buy some more after we see how many votes in the July election. Make sure we have enough to go around on election days. But the state is reimbursing us for these expenditures. They're paying us $1.50 per registered voter. That'll be a little over $26,000 we'll receive back from the administrative elections from the state of Tennessee to pay for the things that the election commission is having to do. There will also be some sneeze screens in place when you go vote, protect between you and the poll worker, to protect you and those folks that are working the election. The state and Marion County Election Commission, they're doing everything they can to make it a safe environment when you come vote. When early voting is going on, there will be a company come in each night after early voting to do a clean. So Kyra, the election register, is working on that. So make sure you come out and vote. It's very important that we all vote in both elections, not just November. We need people to come out in July, the August election, to vote too. Also, if you go into the courtrooms, you're going to see a lot of new plexiglass that's been installed around all the judges' benches, between the audience and the attorneys' tables, court recorder, the witness stand. Just a lot of new plexiglass has been installed. Been some plexiglass installed down where the guard sits. You go in the Justice Center. If you're going into the courtroom for a hearing, your temperature will be taken. You'll also be given a mask to wear in the courtroom. Also, we bought laptops for all the judges. We also installed some laptops in some different rooms down in and around the booking where bond hearings can be heard and other hearings that might need to be done by video that the judges can do. We have spent just at the Justice Center, and we've had to do some updating on the computer system to make sure we had the capability of making these video meetings happen. We spent in the neighborhood about $35,000 at the Justice Center. But we're going to be reimbursed that money. We kept the receipts and stuff, and we thank Circuit Court Judge Angel for his help in getting this money reimbursed to the county. So no cost to the taxpayers was up front, but we're going to get that money back and pay for what we've had to do over there. So we're thankful again for Judge Angel helping us with that. Again, please feel free to call the office here at 942-2552 if you have any questions, or email me at djackson@marioncountytn.net. So we'll be glad to answer any questions you have about COVID or any other questions you might have. So make sure you do contact us. We ask that you continue to pray for us and each other, especially our first responders. Those are sick at home. For those families that have lost loved ones, not just because of COVID, but we've had a lot of deaths through the county here in the last few months. Just remember those families that have lost loved ones. And also pray for our country. Our country needs prayer right now more than ever before that I can remember. There's a lot of things going on. You see the news, you know what's happening. But we need the prayer. And we need to pray. Each one of us needs to say a small prayer every night. One thing that I do want to mention that I left out when Governor Lee was speaking earlier today, the extending of the state of emergency will not affect the starting of school. The school year, starting the school, has been left up to local school districts. So as of right now, barring any change, Marion County schools will start, I think it's August 10th. So that is still a go. As far as the governor said today, the school start dates are still a go. Again, thank everyone for tuning in. I hope you've got some information that you needed. Last thing I'd like to say is, on behalf of myself, the other office holders, and the county commissioners, we want to wish everyone a safe and happy 4th of July. Stay healthy. Wear a mask if you want to out, not mandated, but if you feel you need to wear a mask, please wear one, especially our elderly folks when you're out. Very important that you wear a mask. But again, stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless our country. Thank y'all. Have a great weekend.